Good morning and g'day, mate. Welcome back to Dyson Sphere with myself, JD, and we have Mr. Icarus as always. And today, we're back in the Magna system. We're gonna try and finally get these little green science machines to actually make some green science for us. At least that's the plan. That's the plan. Best laid plans and all that sort of stuff. We have a couple of things we need to do. Now we've gone back to IC smelting. We got smelting up and running. We have silicon. We have circuit boards. Circuit boards, that's what the green processors are called. We have come down here. We have processors. Processors are output into our lovely quantum chips. We just need the plain filters. Plain filters! Yeah, plain filters. Plain filters. Plain filters, slightly annoying recipe. Takes a little bit of work, okay? Requires, some cashmere crystals. Not too bad. Actually, no, cashmere crystals are horrible. They require 12 hydrogen per second. Yeah. They also require titanium glass. Titanium glass, actually pretty easy recipe. Yeah, add some titanium, some glass, and some water, mix a whole lot together, you get a bit of titanium glass out. Not too hard. Worst thing about plain filters is the 12-second crafting time. Because it's a 12-second crafting time, we're gonna need 240 assemblers. 240 assemblers, which I need to feed into a single belt. So I need a single belt of plain filters, but I need to get 240 assemblers to do that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these tiles. We're going to grab a bit of belt. We're going to look for a fault line, which is here. I'm going to go below the fault line because that's the smart thing to do. And then try and work out how we're going to build 240 assemblers in a straight line. Well, straight-ish line. I want to go from there. Yeah, there. Okay, we need, for every one of those, we need 2 titanium glass plus 1 cashmere. That's in the way. That is very much in the way. Maybe it's not in the way. We will see, because I can't get 240 assemblers in a row. Oh, I can get an autosave. Alright, we cannot get 240 assemblers in a row. Speaking of assemblers, can I grab... Okay, let's take all 100. Let's increase that to another 100. And another 100. Well, it's 200 being shipped here. That's a start. Okay, so I want assemblers. We're going to grab these, and we're going to drag... That is 15... That is 30. That is 45. That is all the room that we have. Yeah, I need 60. So we're going to remove all of that and try again. Okay, so I need to come below that stone. Stone. Okay, I need to come at least a tile below stone. Come on. There we go. Let's start there. Out of building range. Come on. Tile below stone. And bring that up. Link that in. No, that's wrong. Sure. Like that in there. Okay, so let's try this again. I need to get 60 assemblers, at least. That does not work. Why does that not work? They should click and drag. What are we colliding with? I'm not building over a fault line. Okay, assemblers. Click, drag. Okay, the game hates me. Yeah, the game hates me. Okay, cool. As long as we're confirmed that it's entirely the game's fault and the game hates me, just me, everything is going great. Alright, so we're going to start here. We're going to drag that out. We're going to tab it out till we get enough separation that I can actually put down the assemblers. We're going to call that 30. We're going to call that 45. We're going to call that... Coal's in the way. Okay, so we're going to come down a few more tiles. In fact, we're going to go as far as bury that, and that. We're going to slide this in right below that. We're going to build our new belt line across. Can I get rid of those, please? And turn off belts. And get rid of those. Cool, look at all this space I'm wasting. That's a giant gap. Delete. Okay. Alright, I wonder if I can fit something in there at least. About 50 assemblers. Maybe. We'll come back to that problem. Alright, plane filters. Plane filters, that's what we're trying to do. Okay, so we're going to go back to this end. We're going to start out here by dropping down an assembler. I'm going to hit the minus button. Nope, that's close to one another as we can make them. So that is 15. That is 30. That there is 45. That there is 60. Okay, so 60 gets us to here. Right on top of that coal. Okay. And into that, I need to feed, if we're going to do plane filters, I need to feed titanium glass, and we're going to fit, and we need to put in cashmere crystal. So before I move on to anything else, I'm going to ask the question: can I get titanium glass in here? Because titanium glass, I need 100 assemblers total to give me 2 belts worth, which means I need 50 assemblers. So that is 15. That there would be 30. That there would be a lack of item. Hello. I'd like all 300, please. That there would be 45. 5 past there would be 50. 50 is here. But if I split it into... So rather than 2 rows of 50, 4 rows of 25... then we're in business. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to skip. We're going to go from there. We're going to skip the plane filters. We're going to make a jump down to titanium glass. So titanium glass requires glass, titanium, water. Should be simple, apart from I don't think I have water in the network. So we're going to start with here. You're going to need 3 inputs. So we're going to go with input 1, input 2, input 3. I'm actually going to put you there. Whoa. Wrong button. 1, 2. Actually, where's that fault line? There's the fault line there. Okay, so let's start at the bottom. Let's start as close as possible. Okay, so we're going to need a tower. Yes. We're going to need a tower. We're going to need an output belt. Like so. We're going to need a assembler. Like so. And like so. We're going to need to bring in slot number 1. Like so. Slot number 2. And then slot number 3. Voila. Alright, on this side, same story. We need slot 1. Slot 2. And finally, slot number 3. And you guys are going to be titanium glass. So that is that recipe there. And nope, copy, paste. We're going to bring in. Have you output to one side. That way I can pick this up and paste it over that one. Okay, so that is... I'm going to tab them across so we have a gap. That's 15... No, hang on. That's 12. You only need 50 of these, so the build's actually way shorter than I thought. It's like super short. hang on. 3, 6, 9, 12. 24. Okay. Okay. 24. Keep going. Keep adding belts. Maybe it's not as short as I thought. That's halfway. Build to there, to there, to there. Add belt to there. Add more belt to there. More belts with a touch more belt. Okay, so that's 24. There. And there. There. Thank you. Makes 48. You and you make 50. Okay, so after I have 50 of them, we can remove those belts and remove those belts. Alright, so that's step number 1. Get 50 of those. That gets us halfway because we actually need 100. So I also need to add in here, we need glass, we need titanium, and we need water. They're already preset. I hope. Yes, they are. We need to throw ships in there, ships in there. We need to set up warpers as well, please. Just 100. Local demand, remote supply, remote. Add a power pole here, and here, and here, and here. Almost. Can I remove you and put the power pole there instead? Perfect! Power, and power. Okay. So then I just need to duplicate this. So I need to bring another tower. Well, actually... Okay, so let's do belt 1, belt 2, belt 3, thickness of assembler, output belt, grab that tower, place you, well, there. All the filters are pre-done, so it's just a case of drag the belts out. Why are you doing that weird curve? Like, we're not on any fault line or anything. Okay, whatever. You come out a tile. You come out 2 tiles. You come out 3 tiles and head that way instead. Bring that belt along. And then we go tab, that's 12. Drag that to there. Drag that to there. Drag that to there. Drag that to there. 1 tile gap. Nope. Ran out of sorters. It's always something. There's always something I'm going to run out of. Alright. Back to this. 1 tile gap. Drag that out. That's 12. Plus an extra machine on the end makes 25. Which means that belt goes to there. Remove. That belt goes to there. That belt goes to there. Take the opportunity to put some titanium in something. That way it's not hanging around in my inventory. Grab an assembler. Rotate it twice. Start there. Tab. That's our first set. That's our second set. And that's our lonely one on the end. Cool. Alright, so that's titanium glass done. You literally just need ships and a whole bunch of power poles. So, you should be able to get a power pole in there and there. Oh, you guys didn't actually need a gap for power poles because you're 1 tile lower on the planet, which means I can actually put power poles between any of the assemblers. It doesn't matter. It's done. I'm not rebuilding it. Okay, so that's our titanium glass, Assuming I actually had... Well, glass is being shipped out, actually. Assuming I actually had water. Oh, really? There's 1 sorter without power? Please power. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so 2 lots of titanium glass. Alright, 2 lots of titanium glass, which are going to feed into our plane filters. Plane filters, plane filters, plane filters. Now, I still need to have multiple rows of plane filters, which we haven't worked out yet. And every row of titanium glass will feed 120 assemblers making plane filters. So, now we know that bit of math, we're going to bring that belt into there, and it's actually going to go this way instead. Land Icarus, remove that belt, because I still want some way to rotate, flip the direction of belts in a hurry. That would be awesome. It would save me so much building and rebuilding. Okay. So, we're going to bring this to here. Alright, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to have an output for titanium glass and an titanium glass, plane filters, and an input for cashmere crystals as well. So, we're going to drag these belts through here. Yep. And I don't know which belt's which just yet. So we're just going to assume that neither belt is neither. And leave it at that for the moment. I'm just going to bring them through the end of the build. Which means I'm going to need another assembly machine row like this. Which will have to get titanium glass looped around and running past the other side of this build. So after we get to the end, which is here, we're going to have to bring that belt up to there, down to there, and that's wrong. Still wrong. Yes, down to there. Okay. And then we need this belt, being the titanium glass, to slide all the way along the bottom. Okay. Goes to there. Alright, that's one build done. Second build features a second belt of titanium glass, which we're going to run. You can come down to ground level. Into there. And same story. Oh. Yeah, no, we'll run it out of building range. Okay, happy. Right, we're going to run this along this direction. And then we're going to bring it up and place that there. We're going to grab our assemblers and throw them out. So that's 15. That's 30. That's 45. And then one more click and drag of the mouse should be 60. Perfect. Okay, then we're going to have two belts again. One for output, one for cashmere crystals. And then the assembly machine again. Drag that back in the opposite direction. I am assuming we're going to bring in the cashmere crystals from the left. I honestly don't know, but that's okay. We're not new to having to rebuild whole belts to reverse the direction, are we? Okay, cool. Alright, that belt goes to there. That belt goes to there. Those assemblers come to here and to here. And then we remove that back, bring that down to ground level. And that's the other half of our titanium glass. Okay, so titanium glass worked out. Next up, cashmere crystals. Oh my gosh, cashmere crystals. Okay. Alright, so we're going to notice first off we have a fault line right here. So there's not enough room to build anything. So we need to come all the way... Yeah, that's the fault line. Okay, so we need to come at least to the left of that line. Alright, we need to make cashmere crystals. Cashmere crystals require three things. They require titanium crystals. Titanium crystals are literally titanium and crystals. I'm not going to use the alternate recipe, because it needs optical grading crystals. Optical grading crystals are the worst rare there is. Optical grading crystals go into two things. They either go into the photon combiner or they go into the Cashmere crystals. If you use them in the photon combiner, you're basically not using stone. You have to make prisms, which come from glass. Glass comes from stone. So, you know, it replaces glass, which we don't really care about, being stone, for a rare material. Or you can put them in Cashmere crystals, but you need 4 of them. 4 of them for every craft. You already need a crap ton worth of hydrogen. So it's just a horrible build, okay? I hate Cashmere crystals. It's probably the most annoying build in this whole game. And we need to make a whole bunch of them. And I choose to make them from the normals because it's easier to feed in a whole belt with a titanium crystal than it is to mix and match rares and, you know, have multiple inputs and have to make sure you get the mining speed up. It's just annoying. All right, so we're going to need 2 things. To make this, we're going to need 1 belt. Well, I need to have 1 belt of these coming out. So I need 1 belt of these coming in, 2 belts of these coming in, and 12 belts of hydrogen. We'll get back to that. I think the easiest one we're going to do first is going to be the titanium crystal. Just because it's probably the least annoying. Now, because the fault lines... Well, actually... No, we have enough room. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so what we're going to do, you're going to be the output for titanium crystals. No, you're going to be the output going in that direction, I think. We're going to put down an assembler. It does mean I need to loop wherever we end up building Cashmere crystals, which is probably going to be next. I'm going to have to get the Cashmere crystals over to here. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. Okay, so we're going to bring in number 1. Oh, hang on. No, you need 4 items. Yes, you need 3 belts of titanium plus 1 belt of organic crystals. Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna squeeze in. It's gonna squeeze in. Really, really squeeze in. Okay, that assembler needs to move down a tile. Then we're gonna bring out output number 2 into there. So we're gonna bring in titanium and organic crystal. There we are. Okay, so 3 belts of titanium, 1 organic crystal. To simplify our life, we're just going to have you... Nope, we've done this before. We're just going to have you input off all 3 lanes. We're going to have you input the crystals, output to that belt. I just now need to make this 80 assemblers long, which we can probably fit. Without too much hassle. Okay, so belt, more belt, touch more belt, with some more belt. No, that did not work. More belt with some belt going in that direction. Belt. Lack of item, belt. It's always something. Okay, how many assemblers do I have? 47, not enough. How many sorters do I have? 100, 300, probably not enough. Okay, cool. Alright, we were dragging belts in this direction. I'm going to drag it all the way out to the end. I don't think I have to build this far, but it's easier to drag first and then cut back after the fact. Okay, there to there to there. Oh, I missed a belt. There to there to there. Okay, so now it's just a matter of go all the way back to the start and try and get 80 assemblers in a row. So, grab this, drag this out. That is 15. I need all these belts placed, please. 15. probably check. I can just squeeze a power pole in. Okay, so that's 30. That's 45. Come on. That there would be 60. Oops. 60. Holy crap. I only need 80 of them. Okay. 15. 30. 45. Disconnect that one. Okay, so if I've built 45, then I need however many on the other side of the belt. Line that up with there. I don't think they're actually shifting. Even though it's over a grid line, I think I'm okay. I don't think I can get power poles in there, but I can power up everything from behind. Alright, we're going to try this. We're going to remove that belt, remove that belt, remove that section. I'm going to bring 1, 2, 3, sure. There to there to there. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's going to work like an autosave. Okay, 1 belt, 2 belt, 3 belt. I hope I cut that at 40, not 45. I don't know. I'm gonna... So that's 15. That's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 40. Okay, so did I have 45 in the original one? Hang on. That's 15. That's 30. That's 45. I actually want 40, so I want to stop that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, dismantle. I would like you to just dismantle facilities, please. Yes. No, I got some of the sorters. I got a lot of the sorters. Alright, try again, JD. Click, drag. Drag again to replace all the sorters I destroyed. 1 more drag. Okay. No, change that tool, change that tool, remove that and that and that. So you go to there, you go to there, and you go to there. Look, the extra wiggle in the belt just gives it a bit of style. Okay, so we want to start here, and I want to go 15. Do not stand underneath the blueprint, JD, when you drop down the building. It is going to affect how Icarus walks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's our whole build. Alright, we sort of squeezed it in. We sort of squeezed it in. Actually, before I go any further, let's look at power poles. So there. Yeah, that looks okay. And then I have to come to the outside and have to put a power pole like every however often to power up all the sorters on the outside. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. Okay. Power pole there. Power pole there. Power pole there. One there. One there. That one. That one. Actually, right there? Really? There's always one sorter. Do you happen to power up from the row above? Probably, but let's just not risk that, because I don't know what the power poles on the row above look like yet. Okay, there and there. Fine. Alright, so we can now destroy all of those guys, plus all that belt. Okay. Alright, so we have titanium crystals. Done. Add shippies, bring in warpers, set that to 100, local demand, remote supply, remote demand, and you're good to go. If I throw a power pole like here and here, you're actually good to go. Well, in theory, after you actually bring in some materials. Okay, so I warn you, between episodes, I may end up moving this whole build along. Probably going to end up moving this whole build along so I can get the Cashmere crystals in here neatly. Just moving 10, 20 assemblies from the start of the belt to the end of the belt. Yes. Yes, I'm so confident that that's going to happen. I'm actually going to cut the belts there. And no, that's going to the left. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so that's that part done. Alright, so then next step in our Cashmere Crystals quest is the actual crystals themselves. So we're going to put in another tower. No. We're going to build a Cashmere Crystal. Okay. Cashmere Crystal. Cashmere Crystal is going to look like an assembler. Now, that assembler is going to have the correct recipe, being that one. It is going to need, and this is the beauty of Cashmere Crystals. This is why I hate them so hard. They're going to need 1 belt of titanium, 2 belts of graphene, and then 12 belts of hydrogen. Yeah. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the output belt. I don't like anything that I've come up with. Okay, so that's going to be input for... No. That's going to be the input for the titanium crystals, because that's a plain, simple belt. That's going to be the output for the Cashmere crystals. That's going to be input for graphene. Also, that's going to be input for graphene. And we need this build to be 80 assemblers long. Which makes me regret folding this back on itself, because both builds are now going to be 80 assemblers long. Actually, yeah, no, they're going to be 80 long. Yeah, I regret everything. Okay, fine. That goes that direction, that goes that direction, and that goes that direction. Okay. That direction, and that direction. If I unfold this, then I could move Cashmere crystals down further. Okay. Alright, back to the drawing board. You. Okay. Belt 1. Belt 2. Belt 3. So that's 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without sorters. That's 60. That's 75. That's 80. Okay, now you're unfolded. I'm going to bring belts all the way to the end. I'm going to go back to these two belts. You go to the right and your neighbor goes to the left. So we're just going to drag this belt back out again. To there, you go to the left. Okay, then those belts go away, those assemblers go away. All of that goes away. Okay, so now I know that this is definitely going to be 80 long. We're going to hook these back up. Grab that. Drag it. Come on. Keep dragging to get all the sorters placed. Belts, please, sir. Cool. More belts, please. And done. Okay. Fine tool, not big giant hammer. Okay. Alright, so titanium crystal's done for a second time. Okay, we know we have a fault line right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the Cashmere crystals down to that fault line, which makes our life a little bit easier. Hang on. You need a 1-for-1, so technically... No, I want to do it off a belt. I want to do it off a belt. I could direct insert, but I want to bring it off a belt because I need the extra tiles. Okay, so this belt has to... This is the return for the organic crystals. Titanium crystals. Titanium crystals. Alright, so we know this belt has to be probably that long, I hope. I hope it's that long and no longer. Okay, so that's step number 1. Step number 2 is to have an output, which is now going to go to left. Yep. Along with another input. That'll be graphene. Fine. Graphene belt goes that way. Cashmere crystals go that way. Graphene goes to there. Cashmere crystals go there. Fly back this way. Taking our graphene belt against the current. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Okay. So, then we have an assembler. Right. Our assembler also needs another graphene belt because we need to have, remember, 2 belts, 1 belt of titanium crystals, 2 belts of graphene, and 12 belts of hydrogen. Yeah, we'll get to the 12 belts of hydrogen. Okay. So, if we drag this all the way along to here. Cool. Alright, done. Alright, we're going to change your recipe to be that one. We're going to throw whatever random crap I have in my inventory in there. We're going to have you go in, out, in, along with an in. Then we have hydrogen. Hydrogen is a very, very long belt. Singular. singular, because we have ways of making this 12 belts thick, which we'll get to in just a second. First off, I need to get the belt in place. That should be the belt in place. And then I need to have a sorter on it. Singular. Come on. Come on, bots. Fly back to me. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every 6 machines, I'm going to need a marker. And the reason I'm going to need that is after 6.5, 6.7 machines, they've consumed a whole belt worth of hydrogen. So I need 80 of these guys with a marker every 6 machines, which means I need, I don't know how many belts worth in actual reality. I know technically, with no rounding whatsoever, I need 15 belts. I think it's a lot more than 15 actually, because there's no good way to run 0.7 of a machine off a belt of hydrogen. Not without constantly trying to sideload in more. 3, 6. I'm just comparing this to the belt above, and it looks like our assemblers are matching, which is good because I haven't counted actually how many assemblers I'm up to. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 6. That is there. 1, 2. Okay. So. You have stuff. Alright. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 belts of hydrogen. Okay, so what we're going to do is 14 does not divide by any number I like. But we're going to start with powers of 4. So I'm going to put a tower here. This tower is going to bring in hydrogen. Yes. We're going to have you output hydrogen into that belt. And then output hydrogen into... Oh, that's bad. Yes. You're actually meant to be here instead. Cool. As I was saying, you're going to output hydrogen into that belt. Plus, you're going to output hydrogen into that belt. We're going to set you to do hydrogen. We're going to bring hydrogen into this belt. And what I'm doing is every 6th machine, I'm adding more hydrogen. So I'm going to put another tower here. And we're just going to keep boosting up the amount of hydrogen on the belt. By every 6th machine, just add... Ooh, nope. I did it again. And you don't have a filter. And you don't have a filter. Cool. Now when I copy it, so you actually need to go there. And then that becomes hydrogen, that becomes hydrogen into there. You become hydrogen. And you become hydrogen. And then I need halfway between you two. I need another belt of hydrogen. With, you guessed it, another yet again belt of hydrogen. Just a touch more hydrogen. And then I can put you right there. And I could probably have the tower before me do 5.5 belts worth of hydrogen. Or split things up a little bit more evenly. I would honestly prefer not to. I'd honestly prefer to have too many towers, too many ships, and leave it at that. What I am going to do is I'm going to run hydrogen, out of this tower, into that tower. And also out of that tower into that tower. Alright, so that gives me all my hydrogen, all my cashmere crystals. We just need to do fire ice into graphene, which will give us some hydrogen. So I'm gonna do that, well, not right now. I'm gonna do that off camera. I think it's gonna be literally this build that we did here. The only other thing I need to do is I need to take this hydrogen that's up here and also bring it down and plug it into a couple of these towers. Actually, I fed the towers the wrong way. Yeah, I need this one to do just 2. I need the first tower to do 2, the next tower to do 4, last tower to do 4, all that sort of stuff. And then feed the extra hydrogen from fire ice and the other fire ice into the first tower. It's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this up off screen. You guys don't need to see me fix this because the episode's been already more than long enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And as I've said it before, I'll say it again. Do me a favor. Call your mum. Tell her Jedi says hi. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Bye.